Hey everyone! Yeah, I know you subscribe to this channel because I show you really cool things about living in the Philippines, but I've had to leave and for a little while, a couple of weeks, and I'm in this really bizarre country. I think it's called, what is it? Straya? Something like that. And absolute culture shock here. It's bizarre. I mean, first of all, the roads, right? I've been driving around, walking around, and I just can't find the usual stuff, the series of deep potholes, or where the road, like the sealed part, suddenly stops and it becomes loose boulders and mud. The normal stuff. It's just not here. Weird. And there's no dogs on the road at all. Not even a single one sleeping on the road, let alone the usual packs of dogs you see playing in the middle of the road, Not even any chickens on the road. It's freaky. I mean, and the vehicles too. I've been here for a week and I've only seen one scooter. One! I mean, can you imagine it? It seems like everybody's got an expensive late model car, and if they've got a two-wheeler, then it's got to have at least 1,000 cc's, or more. And there's these wheeled homes, houses with wheels, and they tow them behind another big vehicle. I mean, there's even family sedans here that have got V8 motors up the front. I mean, can you imagine why? What the, Strange. And look at these road signs. Keep left, stuff. Oh, I just don't get it. None of them are sponsored by a big alcohol corporation. I mean, where's the school zone, slow down, Tandaway rum, be careful, high accident zone, Tandaway rum, or police station, Tandaway rum. The normal sort of signs you're used to seeing. I mean, who pays for these if not, a big rum company? What about this? It's a smooth, level pedestrian walkway that goes all the way from the middle of town along the river out to the beach. I mean, sure, it's convenient, but there's got to be a good, clever reason why you don't see these in the Philippines. Yeah. And loads of rules as well, not just for on the roads, but on the water too. Check this out. You have to wear a life jacket, and over here, you can only go 4 knots in your boat. I mean, how draconian. Gosh, who'd put up with that? Public parks along the river too. I don't know who keeps them clean, and how come there's no dogs here and there's no people, offering to sell you, a yucky apple-flavoured beer for $1 or something like that. It's just kind of empty but clean at the same time. And I'll show you something really weird. There's these things, like a barbecue. You could bring food here and cook it for free, but by yourself, using somebody else's gas. And no wonder everybody's got a car. There's bugger all public transport. No tricycles, no jeepneys, scooter taxis, none of that. I mean, I think I've sent a bus carrying some people around, only 2 or 3 people on it. And, maybe there's a taxi here and there, but no wonder you've got to have your own car. How inconvenient. Housing must be really expensive in this place. Where are the little concrete bunkers, the little bamboo huts and shacks and stuff that people normally live in, Gosh, you'd want to be a bloody millionaire to be here. There's a huge difference with the people as well. And I'm not going to talk about individual differences. I mean, that's just too hard. Just talk averages, all right? But compared with the average Filipino person, the average person here in Straya is 10 centimeters taller, 20 or 30 years older, and about 30 kilograms heavier. That's a bit of a shock. You walk around and you just don't see the usual sort of, fit young women everywhere like you used to. It just doesn't stop. Look, here's another free public park with free barbecues and stuff. I mean, there's hardly anyone around to use it. And more weird stuff. There's all this public art along the walkway, and the water here, I don't quite understand. It's kind of bumpy. It's not flat and clear, and the bumps move, and I don't know, it's a bit disturbing. It's not exactly friendly either. I've been walking up and down this walkway for about half an hour, and all these people have gone past, and none of them, not one, has said, hello sir, how are you? Where are you from? And invited me to come and eat and drink with them. What's wrong with the people here? I'm pretty sure there's some big differences with these beaches too. I mean, this is just a little one, but let me try to think. There's no one offering to rent you a little cottage. There's no dogs and there's no rubbish. Strange. Here on the rocks in between these two beaches, there's all this fresh seafood going free and no one's picked it all up and eaten it yet. I mean, I'll show you. Tons of little periwinkle, sea snails, and there's like limpets and stuff too. There's all these little crabs. I don't know if you can see the crabs at the moment. Look, here's a limpet. These things are delicious and they're free, sitting here. Look, more of them. Like, why? Why haven't like gangs of kids come out here at low tide to gobble it all up and supplement their diet, you know, with iodine and good stuff? There's just something wrong with this place. And look, wild birds just hanging around on the beach and people leaving them alone. What do you call them? Seagulls? I mean, look, there's another little black and white one over there. There's parrots, there's hawks, there's those ugly ibis things. You know, just so much biodiversity in terms of wild birds hanging around. And why haven't people gotten rid of them all? You know, and just replaced them with chickens? Man, I just don't know the answers. Look, there's a couple of those mobile houses I was talking about. That's like a little bus with a bedroom and a kitchen, and there's a little truck with a little house on it. Sure, maybe they use that because they don't like their neighbours, but I figured the normal thing to do is you get a couple of untrained dogs, you get half a dozen roosters, and get some really noisy karaoke equipment, and you know, sooner or later they'll move. No, each to their own, I suppose. Yeah, the bottle shops are pretty unusual as well. I mean, kind of bewildering. I mean, look at all those different kinds of beer there, but I can't find the San Miguel anywhere. I mean, how do you know it's going to be any good if it's not made by San Mig? But of all the weird, mind-boggling things about this Australia place, I thought I'd leave this to the end. This is going to really... It's a public toilet, like specially made for people on wheelchairs, right? But that's not the special thing. The thing is, where's the bloody bidet? Where's the bucket with the little plastic saucepan? It's just not there. Instead, you've got this stuff, this kind of like fine grit sandpaper on a roll. No idea what you're supposed to do with that sandpaper, but I really don't want to think about it. So look, to sum up, I mean, visiting Australia, it's a pretty place, you know. Like, it's clean, and the roads are, like, I don't know, you'd fall asleep driving here. There's not constant dangers and stuff. But do be prepared. It's going to really shock you in some strange ways. And I reckon my best piece of advice is, if you come here, bring your own bucket and little plastic saucepan. Otherwise, you're going to be in a world of trouble. Yeah. All right. Oh man, I really hope I can get back home to the Philippines as soon as possible. Yeah. All right. Just wish me luck, everyone. Okay.